This is the pound dollar on the 15 and we have a high and tight flag that's set up. Let's go and do the high time frame analysis for this currency pair and see why I'm looking at this as being trend continuation. So if I put a structure level on, just here you can see that we've broken above this level with a very bullish candle here. But if we look left, one thing to pay attention to is that we have come up to these areas here. So we've now tested all three of these areas. The question is could we actually go a little bit higher here to potentially this level or even up to this level? And that's something that we certainly can do. If we're looking for an extension here as to where the market could go to, then we'd really be looking at a 127, which is up at this area. So I do believe that the market can go higher here. So let's drop down to the 240. Here on the 240, the market is overbought here at 86. You look here, the RSI is overbought. We have put in a rejection candle at this level, and then we've just kind of been consolidating sideways. Let's go to the 60. Really isn't a great deal here on the 60. One thing that you do want to pay attention to is these high and tight flags are really only valid when we're in trend, particularly if we're in a heavy trend. That's really when they come about. And here's the trend: new high, outside return, new high, outside return, new high, outside return, new high. So anywhere within the outside return wicks would be your first chance for looking at long opportunities. So if we drop down to the 15, and I will just remove the lines apart from the ones that we need. First of all, we have a very directional pole showing lots of momentum. Then we have two tests either side, so test, 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 test. We are within the wicks with this directional pole, and then we would be looking for a 127 fib extension. So let's just bring over, well, I've got the fibs on now. Let's just leave the 127 on there. Okay, bring back on the orders. So stops then go just below the lows here. I'm expecting this to be the point where it turns, not for it to come back down, or if it does, maybe a double bottom and then a continuation on up. So we do not need very big stops here. So red is for risk. We're playing for that 127 fib minus a couple of pips. We'll make that one green. So we're looking at 34 of risk, 62 of reward. I am just going to front run this by another pip. So I'm actually 3 pips now before that 127 fib. And there we go. We'll set an alert and see if we can break out of this channel and get up close to those targets. We're back. As you can see now, we are 44 pips up, and what we did is we rallied up. We had a bit of a rejection from that area. We've now put in a new structure high here, indicating here that we could be going higher. Let's just take a look at the 60. You can see on the 60 now, while the 60 hasn't closed, we have now broken above that level. So looking very nice here to go up and hit that potential 127 target. From the look of it as well, we do have an AB equals CD pattern coming in right at that zone as well. Probably have a 1618 up there as well if we invert that. There we go, a 1618 up there as well. Lovely. We're back, and I couldn't catch this one hitting targets because I was too busy recording the pound Aussie actually hitting its targets, and since I only have one Camtasia so there we go. I was busy recording that one. You'll see the video for that if you've not already watched it, but while I was recording that, we've just rallied up there to hit for 62 pips on this high and tight flag for the pound dollar. That officially gets me out of my 2-week drawdown. It puts me today 4 trades for the day, 3 winners, 1 loss, plus 147 pips, but plus 62 on this lovely pound dollar high and tight flag.